Welcome, my viewers, to this wonderful class, the class of mathematics. Today, we are looking at the question that you are able to see on the chalkboard. And this particular question is coming from 2017 Mathematics Paper 2. Okay. So remember, when you are handling mathematics questions, the first thing that you are supposed to do is to identify the type of topic that you are dealing with. Okay. So when you look at this one, the question says for the geometric progression 20,5,1 and quarter or 1 or number 1/4. Then here there are some dots. Simply means numbers, they are still going on. Okay. So now the question, find A, the common ratio, then B, the nth term, C, the sum of the first 8 terms. Okay. So this is sequence and series. Remember, sequence and series consist of two major topics. One of them is geometric progression, then the other one is arithmetic progression. So geometric progression is specifically found in paper 2. Okay, and this is the one that we are answering. So pay attention so that I can show you how to answer this examination-oriented question. So to start with the first question, which is A, the common ratio. We want to find the common ratio out of the sequence that we are given. Okay, so how do we find the common ratio? So before we answer that question, we are going to first of all write the letter, or rather the letter that represents the word common ratio. So common ratio is represented by letter R. So let me write it in a small letter. So common ratio is represented by letter R. So we are going to say R is equals to. So quickly, let us go back now to the area question which I posed. How do we find the common ratio? So how you can find the common ratio is by dividing the second term. Okay? You say second term divide by first term. So it will be very easy for us to find the common ratio because the first term we are given, second term we are given, as well as third term. Okay, so here the formula will be second term, which will be represented by T2, then divide by T1. So that is the formula of common ratio. That is how you are supposed to move. Then from there, yours is to just substitute. Okay, so you are going to start here. This 20 is the first term, then 5 is the second term, 1/4 is the third term, and so on and so forth. So there are some dotted, as I said. So there now we are going to substitute according. So we are saying second term is 5. So you are going to put where there is T2, you put 5. Then divide by what? Divide by the first term, which is 20 in this case, because our first term is 20. Okay. Then from there, we can now write this one in fraction form like this, if you want. Remember, this is paper 2, which is also referred to be the calculator version. So we need to use a calculator. here. Don't waste much time because calculator is allowed. So when you say here now, we want to change this one. We are going to get the common number there. The common number is 5 itself, because 5 can go into 5, then 5 can go into 20. Okay, so 5 can go into 20. So what we are going to do is this 5 is going to be our common factor. Okay, so say 5 into 5, it's 1. Then 5 into 20, it's 4. So it will be 1 over 4. Okay, so this one can be written in decimal points. Okay, now how do we convert that one? We just say 4 into 1, we just say 0, then point 4 there. Once you put a point, don't forget, put a 0 there, which will now, this one will be 10. Then 4 into 10, you are going to have 2. Remember, remainder 2. That's 2 again, you put a 0. Then 4 into 20, you are going to have 5. Okay, so this one is going to be your common ratio. We have answered question A. Okay, so now we can go to question B. Question B, the nth term. So we want to find the nth term. Is it possible that we can find nth term? Yes, because common ratio is already there, which we have calculated for, which is this one. Then we go to the nth term for AP. Let me write B here because this is question B. So the nth term is represented by TN, meaning nth term. Okay, so meaning here now, you are going to say the formula is A R N minus 1. Okay, so that is the formula for nth term. Okay, so now let us quickly substitute the numbers that we are given. So this A is representing the first term. Then R is the common ratio that we have found already. Then N is just the position. Okay, so we are going to say the first term is what? 20. So while there is A, you are going to put 20. Okay, so this is 20. Then you can just open bracket there. Then you say R is what? 1 over 4, which is here. I've picked the fraction form. Okay, 1 over 4, that is R. Then you cross, then N minus 1. Okay, so we have substituted what we are given. Okay, here we are given first term, which is A. We are given the common ratio, which we have found in the first question, which is 1 over 4. Then we also have N minus 1, which is the power. So now from there, what are we going to do for us to proceed on that one? So here now, it will just be, if you want, you can end there. That is okay. That is the answer. But again, if you want, you can still proceed. Okay? Whereby you say 20, when you multiply 20, first of all, you work out the power, remember? In mathematics, first of all, you have to work out the what? The power. After the power, then you come to brackets. Always. That is the order of operation which is there. So when this N minus 1 is scattering the numerator here and the denominator, both. So when you multiply 1 power n minus 1, what is the answer? 1 power n minus 1, the answer will be 1. So 1 times 20 is 20. Then over this n power 1 is also raised to this 4, which is a. So here to be 4, then n minus 1. Okay? So you can either end here or here. You still have the same thing. So it just depends. You are going to be given the hallmarks that you are supposed to get from there. Okay? So that is the way to go. Then from there, remember, we also have C, which says the sum of the first 8 terms. So C, we can answer this one from this side, where we are going to say sum, which is represented by Sn, is equals to now the formula. So now the formula depends on the common ratio that you are given. So when you look at the common ratio that we have, is this common ratio less than 1 or greater than 1? So this is less than 1. Therefore, our formula is going to be A. Then since that is less than 1, we are going to say 1 minus r power n. Okay, then over 1 minus r. Okay, so that is the formula. And the good part is, in paper 2, formulas are there on the cover page. Yours is just to get. But bearing in mind that ratio, common ratio must be considered. Because imagine if we add the common ratio, which is greater than 1. Here the formula now is going to swap. We are going to start with the common ratio. So you say r power n minus 1. Even here you start with r minus 1. So that is the difference which is there. You have to take note of it. Very, very important. Then from there now, you can substitute. Since they are saying the sum of the first 8 terms, sum of the first 8 terms is, so you put 8 here, meaning where there is n, you have to put 8. That's what it means. So A, we know the common ratio, the first term is what? 20. So where there is A, you just put 20, then open minus, or 1 minus R. R we know is, you can either write 0.25, then power what? N power 8. Then over 1 minus common ratio 0.25. Then from there, we can simplify further for us to complete the question. So how are we going to simplify? So here now you are going to say 20. Remember, first of all, you need to work out the brackets. That is order of operation. So what is 0.5? 0.225 power 8. So we can do it 0.25 power 8. Okay, so we are saying 0.25 power 8. The answer here is 0.3000, then 1525878. Okay, then over. So now there we can do it direct. 1 minus 0.25. The answer is 0.75. Okay. Then from there, let us completely get rid of the brackets. Okay. So here we are going to now subtract 1 minus 0.0000 15 25 878. Okay, the answer there is 0.99984 98474 12. Okay, over 0.75. So from there now we can multiply this one. So equals 10 times 20. So the answer after multiplying the 20, we are having 19.996 or 9, then 6, 9, 482 over 0.75. Okay, so we can now divide by 19.999, then 69482 divide by 0.75. So the answer is giving us a 26.66625.976. Now remember, in mathematics there is a general instruction which says when you are given a figure like this one in decimal points, and that particular figure is not in degrees, you have to leave it in 3 significant figures. Okay, so we are going to leave this one in 3 significant figures. So this one will now give us 26.7, or we can write it as 27. If we are to round off to the whole number, so it will just be 27. I'm sure you know what has happened here. 3 significant figures. What we have done is 26.66. You consider 3 is here, 1, 2, 3. Then you just borrow 1 from the next number. And the reason why you are begging 1 from there is because that number is more than 5. Okay, which is 6. So we get 1, then we are going to have this one. Hence the answer. So this is how we handle this particular question. Thank you for your attention.